Manchester City complete the treble. So Pep has bloody done it. He's finally won the Champions League without Lionel Messi. And the most important thing, he's won the treble. Manchester is reaped in gold and glory. Two Manchester teams winning the treble. The 1999 Man United and the 2023 of Manchester City. Unbelievable stuff. The Prem has always been no issue for them. The FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, obviously they didn't win the Carabao Cup this season, Southampton stopping them. But that Champions League is what they've wanted for so long. Pep has tried and tried and tried. He hasn't won it without Messi. He didn't win it with Bayern. And he goes to bloody City a year after year failing, and he finally gets that medal without Haaland really even playing effect. It was all from sort of the build-up of Manchester City, the way they're playing, Rodri getting the goal eventually, but we'll come to that. It was a tight first half. I thought Inter were brilliant. The way they played, when defending, they tucked in brilliantly, just causing City to play through the middle, really nullified their key players like De Bruyne. Obviously, De Bruyne did go off injured like halfway into the first half, but it didn't really affect the game in sort of the way that De Bruyne could have. Obviously, he gave a ball to Haaland where Haaland was in and should have really got a better shot on target straight at 0-9. That was the City's best chance, but Inter were pressing like hell and they was winning the ball back. They got very lucky, Manchester City, that they didn't get at least like a shot against them. Inter were a bit poor in that sector. That first half, I think if Inter would have scored, it could have been a different story, but overall, De Bruyne did get injured. I think you saw a struggle from set pieces. Grealish was taking a lot. Obviously, you had Bernardo Silva taking a few, but overall, they got through that sort of big bound and ended up scoring. In the second half, I think Pep must have given them a good team talk home. Just calm down, because they looked under pressure every time they had the ball a little bit just sort of nervous, not like sort of scared, but just, a little bit shaky under the ball. They got through that, they did well, and 0-0 at half-time weren't too bad. They hadn't conceded a goal. And it was Rodri, the man, the myth, the legend. It weren't Gundogan this time. He stepped up, placed it bottom right. Brilliant play by City, to be fair. They had obviously a shot that was sort of blocked. It was a bit of a scrap around the box. Came to Rodri, bottom right. No one closing him down close enough. Bosh, Inter were 1-0 behind. And Man City were looking for European glory. But it weren't done there. Inter came back and back and back. They had 2 or 3 brilliant chances where ultimately it was decided by Lukaku. Lukaku was playing the English Premier League side. He blocked the first one from, I think, DeMarcos, where he had to hit the bar, and then the second chance, Lukaku blocks it. He also had one close to the 90th minute where he has a header, hits it straight to Edison. Good save. I think he should have done better. People are saying it's a good save, but in my eyes, Lukaku should be hitting that in the corner. Not good enough from him, and if Dzeko would have continued, obviously he had cramp or something, he probably would have. Well, it's if buts and maybes in it, but he could have scored a goal. And ultimately, Inter weren't good enough. I thought midfield played well, but that attack force, especially Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez. I mean, in the World Cup, Martinez weren't doing too well, and Lukaku's just awful. But if he goes back to Chelsea, good luck trying to say him. 100 mil wasted. The 100 mil on Grealish, however, spent quite well. 2 seasons for Grealish, leaving Villa, who were fighting relegation when he was there at the club, and then had that good season when we were 8th. He's won 2 Premier Leagues, an FA Cup and a Champions League. And most importantly, that treble. That treble will go down in history. Is it as good as Man United? Based on purely results, teams, like the teams they played against, and the way they won it, I would still favour Man United's treble better than Man City's, literally just because the way they won the Champions League in 1999 against Bayern Munich, all on the Solskjaer last minute, and playing certain teams to get to that final, makes it a little bit better, but that does not take away anything from this Man City. I said if Pep wins the Champions League, he'll be sort of put a heap above sort of Ancelotti, Mourinho. I believe he probably is now. He's level with Mourinho, in my opinion. I know he's only won one Champions League with Man City, but he's won the ones at Barcelona. He's incredible in terms of winning the leagues. Man United did it, but no other team has dominated like City have. I know Barcelona have done it. He dominated Barcelona, he dominated Bayern Munich domestically. I think he's on level with Mourinho. All he would have to do, in my eyes, he ain't been at City for 13 years or 14 years like Man like Sir Alex Ferguson was. If he wins the Premier League next season, I think he's close, very close to Sir Alex Ferguson, and that's a big call because obviously what he's done isn't as big as Alex Ferguson in terms of winning 13 Premier Leagues like Alex Ferguson did, but the amount of time he's been in the Premier and what he's done for football overall, he's influenced it so much. He's up there, he's top 2 now, he's unbelievable. Doing it without Messi is incredible. Ilkay Gundogan playing his part. Haaland realistically didn't have a good game, and I think that might cost him for the Ballon d'Or. I know he won the Champions League, but that performance was pretty awful. Messi, I think, will probably just about win it because of the World Cup. Obviously, PSG, realistically, all season he's been good. I think he has the most goals and assists in Europe this season. But Haaland will win it eventually. He'll win it next year or the years before. This is the last one. If it is Messi's Ballon d'Or, the 8th one. A record-breaking one, but it's the last one of the era of Ronaldo and Messi. And then it'll go to Haaland and Mbappe, I believe. But he didn't have the best performance, but he got through the line. And like Jose Mourinho's and like a lot of teams have done, you've just got to win finals. The last, I think, 3 or 4 finals have all ended 1-0. You had the Liverpool one against Real Madrid 1-0. You had the Man City versus Chelsea on 1-0. You've had this one 1-0. And you've also had the Bayern PSG on 1-0. That's 4 finals that have only 1-0. Obviously, teams feel nerves, They feel certain ways about their football and how they play. It's going to get to you, but they did the job in the end. They broke the curse, the Yaya Toure curse. Unbelievable from Pep Guardiola. Brilliant for Man City. Glory, glory. Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher will be loving it. They'll be singing a bit of Oasis. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Because of the, Man City are always bottlers, making money, spending all this money and never win the Champions League. It was funny, it was a meme, but it's come to an end and you've got to respect it. In the end, money does buy you success, and Man City have proved that ultimately, but it doesn't take away from what Pep's done, what these players are capable of. He's built a super team, unbelievable from start to finish, from the bench to the first team, from even the second team, the youngsters, unbelievable, from even Scott Carson, just motivates the change room. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.